It was late at night when the soft click of a door echoed through the quiet mansion. A single mother named Sarah stepped into the study, her heart pounding. She wasn't a thief, at least, not the kind you'd imagine. But desperation has a strange way of leading good people into dark places. Her daughter was sick. Medical bills had piled up higher than she could handle. And when her job cut her hours, she had no one to turn to. That night, she found herself standing before the massive steel safe of her wealthy employer, Mr. Blake. The safe door was wide open. Bundles of cash and glittering jewelry glowed under the soft light. Almost as if it were waiting for her. Sarah froze. Was it a test? A trap? Or maybe, just maybe, a sign from God that she could finally save her little girl? Before we go deeper into this emotional story, make sure you hit subscribe to Kindness in Action, where we share real stories that remind us of the goodness still left in the world. Don't forget to like this video and comment below what kindness means to you. It helps us spread hope even further. And now, let's get back to Sarah's story. Sarah worked as a housekeeper for Mr. Blake, a man known in town for his wealth but not his warmth. He lived alone in a grand house with marble floors, gold accents, and silence that could swallow you whole. Most of the staff feared him. He rarely smiled, and when he did, it never reached his eyes. That night, when she came to clean the study, she noticed something unusual. The heavy safe door was not only open, but the combination lock had been left turned to 0. On the desk sat a note that read, "Trust is a rare thing." Her stomach tightened. Her rent was overdue, her daughter's medication was running out, and her power bill had been cut off that morning. The temptation felt unbearable. She stepped closer, her hands trembling as she saw stacks of $100 bills inside. Each one could mean another week of life for her child. But as she reached out, something inside her whispered, "Don't do it, Sarah. Not like this." She closed her eyes, tears forming. But then another voice, louder this time, shouted back, "Your daughter needs you. No one will know." And that's when she heard the creak of a door behind her. She turned slowly. There stood Mr. Blake, tall, calm, and unreadable. His expression gave nothing away. The silence between them was thick enough to choke on. Sarah's knees went weak. The bills in her hand felt like fire. I can explain," she stammered, her voice breaking. "Please, I wasn't going to." He raised a hand, stopping her mid-sentence. "Put the money back," he said softly. She obeyed immediately, tears spilling down her cheeks. "I'm sorry, Mr. Blake. My daughter's sick. I didn't know what else to do." He walked closer, his eyes narrowing, studying her face as if searching for truth. When he spoke again, his tone had changed. It wasn't anger, it was curiosity. "Sick? What's wrong with her?" Sarah wiped her tears, embarrassed. "She has a heart condition. The doctors say she needs surgery soon, but I can't afford it. I've tried everything. I didn't mean to steal from you. I just didn't know what else to do." For a long moment, Mr. Blake said nothing. Then he turned and looked at the open safe. "You know," he began, "I left that safe open on purpose." Sarah's heart skipped. "I've had money stolen before," he continued. "By people I trusted. I wanted to see if you were different." Her eyes widened. "So, this was a test?" He nodded slowly. "Yes." "And you just failed." He paused, then softened. "Or maybe, you didn't." Sarah's head dropped. "Please, sir. I'll leave right now. You'll never see me again." But instead of calling security, Mr. Blake sighed and walked toward his desk. He opened a drawer, took out a checkbook, and began writing. "You said your daughter needs surgery, right?" Sarah blinked in disbelief. "Yes, but I can't accept." He held up his hand. "This isn't charity. It's a loan. Interest-free. Pay me back whenever you can." He tore the check from the book and handed it to her. The amount made her knees almost give out. $50,000. Her mouth fell open. Why would you do this after what I just did?" He leaned back in his chair and looked at her with an expression she had never seen before, gentle, almost sad. "Because I know what desperation feels like," he said quietly. "Years ago, I almost stole too. But someone showed me kindness instead. It changed my life." Sarah couldn't hold back her tears. She clutched the check like it was a lifeline. I don't know how to thank you. Take care of your daughter, he replied simply. That'll be thanks. Enough weeks passed, and Sarah kept her promise. Her daughter's surgery went well, and she began to recover. Every month, Sarah sent Mr. Blake a small payment, along with handwritten notes of gratitude, but what she didn't know was that Mr. Blake had quietly arranged for her daughter's medical bills to be fully covered through a charitable foundation he ran anonymously. He never mentioned it. He didn't want recognition, he just wanted her to have hope. One afternoon, Sarah stopped by his office to return the last payment. She placed the envelope on his desk and said, "I'll never forget what you did for me." He smiled faintly. "You would have done the same for someone else." And he was right. Months later, Sarah found herself helping another struggling single mom at her daughter's hospital, buying groceries, paying for medication, and sharing the same words Mr. Blake once said to her, "Because I know what desperation feels like." Kindness has a way of circling back. In the end, Mr. Blake's test wasn't about money at all, it was about the heart. And Sarah proved that even in her darkest moment, the light of kindness could still shine through. She learned that real wealth isn't locked in a safe, it's found in compassion, empathy, and second chances. And for Mr. Blake, seeing the joy in Sarah's eyes and knowing her daughter was safe reminded him that kindness never goes to waste. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Kindness in Action for more true and inspiring stories that prove kindness can change lives, because sometimes one act of compassion can rewrite someone's entire story, and maybe even your own.